Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the win at Cincinnati, please. Maybe a couple words on Isaiah's performance on special teams and what you expect to see Saturday as you face UCF and Philly.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a really good win for the program. Kids really fought hard. It was a cold environment. I thought our kids handled the weather really well. We got a bunch of tough kids that don't let the outside circumstances or the weather or the environment affect them. So really proud of how they came out and played and competed, and then finished the game. Really good performance. Isaiah did a really nice job. Special teams, the guys on the return team, we actually had some guys that had to step in because of injuries, and just picked up where the starters had left off. Got some really good blocks, and finished it so Isaiah could get the big return. And really proud of him after a 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He turns around and throws the 2-point conversion to our quarterback, Frankie Newtile. So that was impressive as well. And then Frankie Newtile, he threw for a touchdown, he ran for a touchdown, and he caught a 2-point conversion. I think that's a nice little trifecta for our quarterback right there. But really, really proud of the guys and how they played and how they competed.
We'll take questions for Coach Collins, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
First to Mark Marducci, Philadelphia Inquirer.
Hey, Geoff, I was just wondering. Hi, I was just wondering, just what you've seen in the 3 games Frank has played, and the team kind of rallying around him and everything like that in the 3 games. And have you seen just the confidence of the team increase with him in there?
Yeah, I think he's done a really nice job. He brings, some leadership ability, some poise. He gets us in the right place, right protections, and does a really nice job of distributing the ball around to our playmakers. And even in the run game, he gets us going in the proper direction with our checks. So he does a really nice job with all those things. And then as a leader, he's in the special teams huddles. He's over there congratulating the defense and even firing the defense up before they take the field. So really proud of him and how he's come in the last 3 games and stepped up for us.
The other thing is David Hood was talking to me about, he's a guy that also, he seems like this kind of quiet guy, but he says he's a guy that'll get on people if they don't, do things right. It's not something we see, but have you seen that too, that he's kind of,
absolutely,
holding them accountable?
Absolutely, he does it every single day. We have a policy in place that if you drop an interception or drop a pass, you drop down and give 10 push-ups right away. And, he's a guy that, makes sure the guys are held accountable. And then he also is, the kind of guy that puts things on himself. So if it's a bad ball or a low ball, he'll be the first one to run over there and let the guys know that it was on him too. So he's got a lot of leadership ability, and, the guys have rallied around him.
Thank you.
Next to Donald Hunt, Philadelphia Tribune.
Hey, Donald.
Yes, Hey, Geoff, how you doing?
Doing great.
Listen, that's great. Can you talk about playing UCF and also, your chances of becoming bowl eligible? You're right there now, and let's like to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, the team has played really well. Our whole goal has been to get better every single week. We understand what a great opponent that we have in UCF, both offensively and defensively, and in the special teams. They're in the top 10 in the country in punt returns, kickoff returns. So they've got a complete football team, and we're excited for the challenge to play a bunch of guys that we respect, a coaching staff that we have a great deal of respect for, and the other things are kind of they're out there, but we just got to take care of our business every single day. The way we prepare, the way we practice, in the film room, on the practice field, all those things lead to us playing well on Saturday. So we're staying in the moment, worried about what we can control, and that's our effort, our attitude, and our preparation.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Geoff. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Next to Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
Great.
To take a look at the opportunity, obviously at 5-5, you have 2 games to get that one coveted game to become bowl eligible. Just going through the adversity that the team's gone through this year, just how proud you are to be back in this hunt and back for this opportunity, and to know that you control your own destiny moving forward.
Right, absolutely. You know, we've gone through. Me and Rich Berg went to the season starting lineups, and there's been, I think, 38 or 39 different kids that started games for us. And I just think that's a testament to our kids. You know, we talked about the above-the-line depth chart that we've had since day one around here, that we try to make sure that all the guys that are above the line consider themselves starters. And, you know, having 38 or 39 kids start games, you know, that mindset has really paid off for us, because there really hasn't been a drop-off regardless of the rash of injuries or whatever else has happened to us. You know, guys have stepped up and played really well. You know, Chappelle Russell, you know, against Navy, we lost him for the season. And then the guy that came in and started was Isaiah Graham Mobley, the 11th play of the game. He goes down. And Todd Jones, who's been a third-team Mike linebacker for us, played some at nickel to finish the game out at Navy, finished the game for us at will and played at a really high level. So just that mindset of, you know, whoever's in the game, we're going to play at a high level. They're going to know the game plan. They're going to play for their brothers. I just think that mindset has really paid off for us. And it's a testament to our players and how well they rally around each other, how much they love each other, and that they want to perform at a high level for each other. So I think it's a testament to our kids.
Not just for this season, but for the future, having that 30-plus different players that have started for you to essentially, like, when you go through injury and obviously, you know, when some move forward after their eligibility is over, just what you can say about building depth on this team in your first year as head coach because of the fact that you've had so many different faces there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been a big thing for us. You know, we have great deal of respect for our senior leaders. It's a small senior class, but it's a great senior class. If they have another win, they'll go down as one of the all-time winningest senior classes in school history. And so we're really excited about them, and we challenge the guys, you know, since the Army Week, the younger guys that, you know, we have a large junior class, a large sophomore class that are playing a lot of really good football to step up and support these guys as leaders, and they've done a really good job with that. And we've got a huge challenge ahead of us on Saturday, so we're going to need everybody to be able to play at their best and be prepared. And so, you know, obviously the future, you know, I've got, you know, once the season's over, we'll have time to worry about that. But right now we're staying in the present, staying 1 week at a time, and really trying to do everything that we can to help our seniors have as much success as possible in their last few games.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Sean Pastor, Al's Daily.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
You know, I wanted to ask about Sean Chandler. Maybe this way, actually. You know, Delvon Randall has had a season like it's a spectacular play every week, and his stats are such that, you know, he's having like an all-conference type season. The numbers don't show that for Sean Chandler, but I just wanted to get an assessment of where, you know, how good a season he's had at the other safeties.
Right. Well, you know, every single week we do an Apex Predator, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. Champ won that award for us internally this week. Just the leadership that he provides. He's back there, you know, basically the quarterback of the defense, getting us in the right calls, getting us in the right checks. Does an outstanding job leadership-wise. Is a really, really good player, and I've been blessed to coach some great defensive backs over the last 7 years especially. And I would put Sean Chandler in every sentence with every one of those great DBs that I've coached. He's a special player. He's a special person. And then, you know, after the season's over, he goes on and plays in the NFL. He's going to make some organization very happy. The way he handles his business, how tough he is, how much he studies the game, his leadership ability. And obviously we want to send him out this season the right way for all that he's done for this program. And a lot of the contributions aren't going to show up in the stat line. Him getting his right calls in the right checks and playing tough physical, his demeanor in practice is what sets him apart as one of the elite safeties in all of college football.
All right. And fair to say this week, I mean, you know, all 11 guys on defense have to do their job, but given all of the vertical threats that UCF had, I would imagine Sean's role is just gigantic this week.
Yeah, and I put that number at 22 or 25. We got to have 22 to 25 defensive players ready because they go fast. They're up tempo. Regardless of who's in the game, they've got to play at a high level. have unbelievable eye discipline because that's where they get most teams, is they get their eyes in the wrong spot or they can't handle the tempo. So we have to have poise, and we've got to get the call and make the checks and play at a high level and run to the football. And the next guy's got to be ready to come in and play at that same level against a great opponent.
Okay, thanks.
Next to Tracy Trilco, Nightline.
Hey, Coach, how can the home field advantage work to your favor this week in what may be a bit of a trap game for UCF with that big Black Friday showdown with the Tampa school coming up?
Right. So the only thing I can say is I think our band, I've said it before, and I truly believe that my heart is one of the best bands in all of college football. Our student body has been amazing. The atmosphere that was at the link for the Navy game on ESPN Thursday night was electric. And so, I'm excited for our guys, our seniors especially, to play their final game in the link in front of our home stadium, in front of our home crowd. They're just great fans. They're great people. And, every week we want to do our best to put on a great show and play the kind of football that the people of Philadelphia and the people of Temple University expect us to see, which is tough, which is physical, and play with a lot of passion and excitement.
What's the closest team you think you've seen this year to UCF that has prepared you for facing the Knights' high-flying offense?
Yeah, basically they do a great job. The formations they have, we've seen from the different spread teams, the pace we've seen at different times, from different teams. But, as a whole, this has got to be one of the most explosive offenses in college football, if not the most explosive. Just the pace of play, they're still athletes. They've got a really good offensive line that gets movement on people. They work together. So I really can't say enough about how good of a job they do on offense. And then, too, we've got to see their defense play a bunch throughout the season on the crossover games, and they just seem to get better every single week. They play tough. They play physical. So we have a tremendous amount of respect. We understand the challenge that we have, and, our kids around here, have a chip on their shoulder, and they want to go out there and have a great performance and play at a very high level every single week.
Thank you.
Coach, thanks so much for your time this week. Look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Coach Geoff Collins from Temple. Again, the Owls in action Saturday against UCF at Lincoln Financial Field, noon Eastern time on ESPNU.